Along the way, he's also been married to this wonderful lady, has 3 wonderful children. He's involved with the church. He actually is a CEO of a record-producing company. And in his spare time, I think he's solving world peace and world hunger, and I appreciate it. But seriously, Darrel personifies what AIU students are all about. People that have the courage and the commitment to be truly, and excuse me to use my old Army terms, to truly be all they could be. Darrel, would you come forward, please?
Yeah! 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 All right.
There's only one word that I can use to follow that. Amen. Amen. Some of you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
I am phenomenally honored, beyond description, to have been asked to stand here. With respect to our illustrious president, the faculty, distinguished guests, my fellow classmates, my family and friends, thank you. I'm going to ask you to do one thing for me today, and that is allow me to be the Darrel that he met. The temptation is to get up here and to let nervousness and concern stand in the way of a simple message that I'd like to share with you today. So I'd like to start it like this. I want to share with you 2 life lessons that have impacted me greatly, in hopes that there may be something in those lessons that will impact you in similar fashion. And I'd like to end with 2 questions that were asked of me, and the answers that I suggested for them, okay? Life lesson number 1. It's not about how smart you are. Let me tell you where that came from. One of the wisest statements I ever heard came from one of the smartest men I've ever met. Many years ago, as I sat simply amazed at the degree of intelligence of a doctor that I used to work for, I asked what would otherwise be a corny question, but it came out nevertheless. I said, how is it that you are so smart? And without much hesitation, he said, Darrel, it's not about how smart you are. It's about knowing where to find the information you need quickly. I've taken that into my studies, and it has helped me tremendously. And what I learned, the life lesson that I gathered from them, was this. I learned that the encounter of the many things that you will learn in life, you need to get this from it. You need to understand what to load, what to save in your long-term and short-term memory, what to load. You need to learn what to shelve for access at a later date. You need to know how to find it when you need it, and you have to know how to use it when you find it. Here's an example. Not every tool that a carpenter carries on his belt does he use every day, nor does he use every tool in his tool shed. However, he keeps those tools close to him. He keeps them honed and sharp. I want to share lesson 2, and we will bring these 2 back together in a moment. Life lesson 2, never sell your tools. I went into the restroom the other day, and I saw a sign on the wall that said, books for sale. I'd like to suggest to you that those books are probably the best set of tools that you will ever run across. Because you did not get them by accident. You didn't stumble into a bookstore and find something interesting in the foreword or in the preface. A lot of intensity went into the selection of those books and presenting them to you, and you spent a lot of money for them. So don't sell them for pennies on the dollar. Keep them close so that when you're in that plush office, sitting in your plush chair, you can reach just a little bit back and say, wait a minute, here's something I remember. I remember on page 48, it was somewhere on the right side of the page. I remember highlighting it, and you turn there and there it is. do not need to have the mind that can memorize everything in life. That's why we have libraries. You go to the library and books for days. But did you notice there's a section called the reference section? And that's not even designed for you to memorize all of that information. It is there for every time you need it. You need to know where to go to get the information. And then once you get the information, you need to know what to do with it. Yes. So never sell your tools. Now, to bring things to a close and to wrap things up, what I want to do, when I was asked to speak today, I was asked 2 questions. And I want to read this to you because I wrote it in kind of almost a poetical form. So I want to capture that. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Question number 1 said, what will you take from AIU out into the world? My classmates, I suggest, the degrees being conferred upon you today are more than rewards for excellence. They are more than proof of achievement. They are more than the manifestation of academic accomplishments, and they are far more than just pieces of paper to hang on the wall to collect dust. The degrees being conferred upon you today are your opportunity. They are your keys to opportunity, so try them out. Give them a test run. Take them out, see what you can do with them. Come to understand what they open so that you will never have to stand at another door of opportunity and fidget again. All right. The degrees being conferred upon you today are your tools for success, so master them. Learn which tool works best for each situation so that you will never wear yourself out turning a screw by hand when you have a power drill on your belt. Well. The degrees being conferred on you today, they are weapons of change. So keep them honed and sharp. Practice with them and become marksmen so that you will never miss your target again. The degrees being conferred upon you today are the substance of those careers long hoped for and the evidence of abilities yet unseen. So have faith in them. Practice with them. Present them into evidence as your Exhibit A in the form of your resume. For they prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you are well prepared for the challenges of your new and ongoing careers. Right. So, when asked the second question, what will you take from AIU out into the world? I submit that as graduates of AIU, you will take your degree seriously. You will take advantage of every great opportunity as though it were your last. You will take no for an answer, never again. Right. You will take the words "I can't" completely out of your lexicon. You will take pride in your alma mater. You will take a moment to give something back. And if you're smart, you'll take the time to enjoy the ride. To conclude, consider this. When you look at the pictures of the surface of the moon, imagine this. You see huge craters. They are officially referred to as impact craters because it has been scientifically explained that the craters on the moon were made as the result of huge meteors and asteroids and comets striking the surface of the moon, which with such force that the craters will probably never be erased. My fellow graduates, I ask you to join me in this. When you go out into the world, armed with your degrees from AIU, be about the business of making some craters. Right. The bigger, the better. Right. So to the graduates of the American Intercontinental University, I leave you with this charge. Using your newly acquired keys to opportunity, your tools for success, your weapons of change, your abilities yet unseen, make an impact in the lives of everyone you meet from this day forward. Make a difference everywhere you go and make a lasting impression everywhere you've been. And upon everything you touch, make a mark that cannot be erased.
Darrel, thank you so much. On behalf of the entire AIU learning community, we really appreciate it.